Hi guys, your queen here is back with a very new video. So today I'm going to be recapping and reviewing the second episode of Zi-O. So I got to watch the second episode of Zi-O and I'm so excited to tell you guys how episode 2 is. Oh my god. I'm so excited for episode 3. I'm excited. I can't wait because I'm trying not to spoil it for you guys, so you guys know my excitement. So, basically, episode 2 starts off where we see Woz, and he is talking about a little bit of what episode 1 was, and a little bit of episode 2, which I'll talk about as I've written down in my notes here, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly what he said in the first beginning of episode 2. So basically he says, according to this book, on September 2018, the ordinary high schooler who we meet is Tokiwa Sugo. So basically we meet the ordinary high schooler named Tokiwa Sugo, who is 18 years old, and where he, in the future, becomes the ruler, also known as Oma Zi-O, and he, in order to prevent this, Gaze and Tsukiyomi arrive from the future, so basically it's 2068, so they arrive from there into 2018. However, Tokiwa Sugo chooses to obtain the power of Kamen Rider Zi-O and defeats another build. So basically we're going to see more of another build in episode 2, and basically it goes in from there. So then Zi-O steals the power of Kamen Rider build, and we're going to see that in this episode. Taking his first step into becoming the Overlord. And then he basically says, oh, perhaps I've read too far ahead. So basically he's saying that he spoiled a little bit of what the ending of the second episode is a little bit for you guys. So basically we start off with Kamen Rider Gaze, who is fighting technically Zi-O. He's back to fighting him because we see him in the first episode at the end where he's about to attack Kamen Rider Zi-O with ghost armor. So, and then the two actually chase each other, and basically when he tries to escape, so Tsukiyomi actually helps him out, and he is able to escape on the bike, but Gaze eventually escapes, and he does chase after him on the bike, but then Zi-O is able to escape easily. He gets off his bike and hides. So then after that, he actually disappears. Gaze doesn't know exactly where he went after that. So then Woz appears again, and so we find out a little bit more information about Woz, and we find out that he's on the same exact side as Zi-O. He's basically helping him out throughout the whole entire journey. So we find out a little bit more of his character, and we're going to find out about another character, but I'm going to describe him later. So then we see another time jacker. So basically the time jacker, who is the main time jacker of these first and second episode, his name is Wool. So we find out more information about him exactly. So basically I'll talk about more about Wool a little bit later because he pops up later in the episode, and I'll give you guys a little bit more information about his character. So after that, I think, to me, I call it the build monster, but they call it another build, so basically it's just a version of build, just in a monster version. So they call him another build. And so another build is basically a basketball kid. We don't really find out exactly who he is or what his name is, but we do know that he was going to be in an accident, and he basically loses, he can't become an athlete. So basically we find out more about that. We find that out later. But Wool actually saves him and turns him into another build. So Wool actually tells Sugo that Gaze, he's basically telling him about the whole entire thing about him and the power that he kind of possesses, I guess you can say, and what he kind of needs to do. So in the middle of that, basically, Gaze is engaged in another build after, he is, basically another build is attacking 2 baseball students. Well, I guess team members, students. So he's in the middle of that. So Wolves basically tells him that Gaze is engaged with fighting another build currently. So Sugo rushes over, and he actually does save Tsukiyomi and Gaze from a baseball. That's pretty crazy that it's baseball, but it makes sense because, well, actually no, it doesn't make sense. He's a basketball student, but he uses the baseball. But you know, whatever. So after that, eventually they defeat another build, but they can't exactly defeat him because they have to go back into 2017 to actually defeat the real another build. Basically the another builds that are in 2018 are basically just prototypes. I guess you could say prototypes of another build, so basically you can't actually destroy them until you destroy the actual another build. So basically they're going to keep on showing up no matter what until you defeat the actual one. We do eventually meet up with Kamen Rider Build and Cross C. So the characters playing each one. So first we have Sento Kirui. He's also known as Takumi Katsuragi. Basically there's 2 in 1. But he's played by Atsuhiro Irukai. Did I say that right? Irukai. And then we also meet Ruga Benjo. His character is played by Eiji Asao. And I'm not going to reveal anything yet, but we do see another rider later on the episode. So, as we continue into episode 2, we're still in the beginning, people. We're still in the beginning. So, when he meets up with both Sento and Banjo, they kind of don't know exactly that they're Kamen Rider Build and Kamen Rider Cross Z. So basically it's like they've been, what was the name? Hypnotized, I guess you could say. Hypnotized. I guess you could say that. I don't know exactly the right word to explain it to you guys. But basically it's like they don't know exactly who they are. But they say that they're fans of the group or band or Links, so they're like a fan club. The cafe is basically turned into a fan club base right there. So after 2 watches appear, 1 watch appears from Sento and 1 watch appears from Banjo's pockets. So as soon as they bring it out, they remember exactly who they are, and they're like, why am I wearing this? And basically it's pretty funny. So it eventually snaps them out of whatever they were in, so now they know that they're Kamen Rider Build and Kamen Rider Cross Z. Build does show up again and gives one of the watches to Kamen Rider Gaze, and Shugo gets Kamen Rider Build. So Gaze says to him, so if we go back to 2017, we can be another build. So basically it's him saying to Shugo that they need to go back in time to defeat another build, or else they can't actually physically defeat them here in 2018, but they need to go back in time, basically. So they hop on their time machine back in 2017, people. They go whoosh. So basically they go back into 2017, where they meet Build and Cross Z. Okay. So both of them gain the powers as both Kamen Rider Build armor and Kamen Rider Cross Z. I don't think he really has armor yet. I think it's more of the power so far. We haven't really seen the power together of Gaze and Kamen Rider Cross Z. Basically, it's just his power so far. We haven't seen the armor physically. So as both Shugo and Gaze do arrive in 2017, both Sento and Banjo are both fighting another build, but there happens to be some flaws where it's basically, what was the word I wrote down? So basically it's saying that their power is somewhat disappearing So that's what it kind of is. It's like their power is disappearing and they no longer can use it, basically. So then, we meet. Whoa! Oh my god, I'm so excited to talk more about this. I have information. So basically he tells Shugo to stay away. Ha. And, because, like, he's trying to help him out, but he thinks, no, he's not trying to really help him out at all, so. Like, really? So, we meet the main character, one of the characters, who are a time jerker. Time jerker is the right word. So basically we meet, Wool. He is played by Rito Itagaki. He's very known for being childish, but he has a ruthless side to him. So basically his power is to stop time. That's one of the main powers that he has. He can stop time because basically he's a time jerker, so he can stop time whenever he feels like it. He's the one that kind of feels like he's starting to move the clock in the whole entire series, basically. So basically, he tells him that, oh yeah, he's trying to do this, but he's trying to do that to help him out. But he tells him that he changed the basketball guy's future. But Shugo thinks no. He says, you're not the only one who can choose what future you'll take. So it's like, you can't really decide on his own future, basically. Then he disappears. Mr. Wool little disappears, leaving both, Gaze, Build, Krusty, and Zi-O to fight another build. Then, as we see, as they keep on fighting, both of Krusty and Bill's power starts to disappear. And as soon as it disappears, Sento tells Shugo that it's up to him now, that because he can't really do anything now because his power has disappeared. So it's up to Shugo to actually do everything. So as Gaze starts to fight with ghost armor, so then out of nowhere we see Woz, who pops up out of nowhere, and it does shock Shugo a little bit. So basically Woz opens the book and says to him that victory will include a fair deal of responsibility. Yes, of course it will, telling him that basically it's up to him to actually figure it out. So then he changes into Build armor and fights with Build armor alongside Gaze, who's still using ghost armor, but later he uses the power of Krusty's power. So they eventually do defeat another build, and it changes the time. So then we see that Shugo tells Ryuga and Sento, who is currently as Katsuragi Takumi. So he's like, huh? He's like, who are you? But he gets fascinated as soon as Shugo shows him the watches. He's so fascinated, but he's like, he takes it right out of his hand and starts looking how fascinated it is. It's pretty funny. And we see both Gaze and Zi-O ride away on their time machine, saying goodbye to the two of them. And basically, later on, we see as Shugo walks down and he hears that the room has been rented to where they're living, because they basically rented out a room for someone to come and live in. So then we find out that the two that rented the room are both Gaze and Tsukiyomi. He's not really that fast. He's like, oh, hi. It's great to see you again. But Gaze thinks that he still wants to get rid of him, but Tsukiyomi says to him that it's to prove whether or not he is Oma Zi-O or not. So that's why they want to watch him. So, after that, we then run into my favorite. Oh my god, can I just say how much I love this Kamen Rider so much? He's like one of my ultimate favorite, but not like favorite, but one of my favorite. So then we meet the next writer. So the next writer is going to be in the next episode is going to be Kamen Rider X Aid. oh my god, can I just say, I feel like they're going to go right into order of each one as, because we know that Build was the first one before Zi-O, and then we know that it was Exade, and then it was Drive, and then it was Gaim. So I feel like it's going to go back in those time, not like where Decade went for the first one, who's cute, who was like the first Kamen Rider to start and then end. So basically it's like the opposite way. It's not starting off with the first ever rider, it's starting off with like the most recent one that ended. So at the end of the episode, again, we see Woz, who is saying, and thus Zi-O obtained the power of Build. His path of conquest had only begun, however, his meeting with another legend had already started. And the next legend is going to be Hojo, who is played by Hikori Iijima, who does make a brief appearance at the end of episode 2. So then we see a preview. I'm going to start doing this, guys. If you guys like me talking about the previews of the next episode, do leave it down below, and I will continue it for you guys. But then we see a preview of the next episode, which is going to be named Dr. Gamer 2018. So in the next episode, we see Sugo, who's playing a game. We don't know exactly what the game is, but he's saying that it's a hard level. You can't beat it. So then, as we also get introduced into a new Time Jerker, who is named Aurora. I'd say it's more Aurora to me. But then we also meet the legendary gamer M, who is aka Kamen Rider Zi-O, also known as Hojo. And we also see another appearance of the other rider. So I'm excited. And basically they say that this episode actually aired in between alongside Kaito Sentai Lupin Ranger versus Keisatsu Sentai Pot Ranger in episode 32. I looked it up. So basically that's the middle of where it's going to be starting off, kind of. It doesn't start off like in the actual series yet. It's more start off in between of the Sentai period. And we also do meet the other rider who is Kamen Rider Brave. His name is Hiro Kagami. So I'm excited to see him. I really did like him in X8, really. I really loved him so much. He was so great. But if you guys liked my review of the second episode, do leave down below if you're excited for the episode 2, not episode 2, episode 3 of Kamen Rider Zi-O. I am. And if there is a Kamen Rider that you guys want me to review of the first ever episode that I might not have ever watched, but I will do a review if I want to, but I will do one if you guys want one. So leave down below on which review you want me to react to next. I will do it, and I will do everything, as well as whatever episode you guys want me to react to, any other dramas of your favorites. I also want to tell you guys some vlog news. So next week, next Saturday, I'm going to be doing a vlog for you guys. So my mom is going to be in a fashion show. So we were shopping today. And if you guys want to see the whole entire story, I will do a live stream for you guys and talk about my story about it and everything. It was the longest day of my whole entire life. I've never felt so tired after shopping in my whole entire life. But if you guys want to see the story to that, I will do a live stream and I'll talk about it for you guys. So I'm going to be doing that, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.